All right, we have Tuesday the 5th. This is our upper body workout. Move the chair a little bit. So we have alternating front raises, grip, switch, lateral raises, pike push-ups, and close grip chest press. Alternating front raises, grip, switch, lateral raises. So we have done this before if you've been with me before. So you're just switching when you go up, your grip. Pike push-ups, we haven't done these, but if you've been with me, you might be able to get an idea. And close grip chest. So together, close grip, chest press. Alrighty, alternating front raises. So usually you use a little bit of a lighter weight. That's another thing I try in my videos to say when I'm using a lighter weight versus a heavier weight. So usually like when I do my demos, I just have two sets of dumbbells. So this is usually done with a lighter weight. Doesn't have to be, but usually. So you're gonna just hold them in each hand and you're just gonna raise up, down, up, down. So this is actually very simple, but you wanna make sure that you're controlled. Anytime you're doing anything, even if like this is light for me, you don't want to flail around just because it's light. You still want to raise up, hit that spot, come down, hit that spot, come down. Because some people do this. When you do anything with a real swingy type of motion, you're missing a lot of muscle use that you could be using if you, like I said, stop, hit that spot, come down. Because when you do this type of thing, your muscle is never really contracting or really doing anything. You're using your muscle, of course, because you're lifting your arm, but you're not using it intentionally like you should be. So again, it's not that it's hard. I usually try to come like level. So I usually try to come there. If you are feeling like you're just like flailing it and you can't even help it, it's probably too light of weight and you probably need to go up. Grip switch lateral. So again, another one, usually a lighter weight. So what that means is when you're just switching your grip. So you're gonna start either out or in, it doesn't matter, because when you get up in the air, you're gonna switch it. So I'm gonna put my arms, I'm gonna do it like not correctly just to show you the switching of the grip at first, and then I'll back up. So what you wanna do is you wanna lift up, switch your grip, come down. Lift up, switch, down. Up, switch, down. Up, switch, down. So you're only switching when you're in the air, okay? Now I'm gonna back up. So because it's lateral, you're out to your sides. So out to the side, switch, down, lift up, switch, down. Up, switch, down, up, switch, down. Okay, so remember, you're only switching in the air. You're not switching when you come down here, you're only switching up in the air. So this is another one where it's very easy for people to like fly way up, flap their arms all around. The same thing, pick that spot, hit it, and use those muscles purposefully where you want them to be. Make sure you're not, like I said, you're still using your muscle, but you're not contracting, you're not lengthening. None of that's happening when you're just flying around, okay? Pike push-up. So this is a push-up, but in pike position. So what that does is it makes it harder because you're forcing more body weight onto the front of your body. So normally when we do a push-up, I'm just gonna show you kneeling really quick. Everything's even, lined up. You don't want your butt in the air. You don't want your butt down. You want to be nice and even, and you just want to slow lower evenly. When you do a pike push-up, your butt is in the air. You're in a pike position. It's putting a lot of weight on your upper body now. So instead of being even, you're way up here. So when you go to press down, it's harder, okay? So you want to open up your leg stance more than normal. And then, again, you're going to be in a pike position. So you're gonna lower, press up, lower, press up. So again, these are hard, and I do have like a weird wrist, so it did bother me a little bit. My advice would be, you know, if it's hard for you, but you can still kind of do it, just aim to not go as deep. Don't go as low, and see if that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, I would suggest using a chair. I would not suggest kneeling, because if you are somebody who struggles with push-ups in general, and in a regular push-up you don't want your butt piked up in the air like that, I would be afraid that if you did that, it would like reinforce that wrong posture if you're somebody who normally does a kneeling push-up. So if you can't do the full version, I would do chair. So come to a chair, same thing, pike up your butt into the air, like this, okay? I know it's hard to see. I always wear black, and the wall behind me is navy blue, so it is hard to see sometimes, but if you are ever confused, usually like if you Google pike push-up, it's gonna come right up. So if you can't see what my body shape is doing because of the color of the wall, but I'm basically like a V is what I'm like. I'm making a V with my body. Push up, okay? And then we've got close grip chest press. So we do chest press normally. If you've ever seen anybody at the gym doing the bench press, that's what all the guys usually like to do with the barbell and the bench. This is just a different version. So instead of having the weights out to your side, it's close grip. So they're actually gonna be together. So you're gonna lay on your back, your knees are up, your weight's gonna come in front of you over your chest, and they're gonna be together, the dumbbells. Rest your head back, and you're gonna press up. Down to your chest, up. So see how my dumbbells are together? That's what the close grip means. Typical chest press, you're way out here, pressing up, or usually people have a barbell. We're gonna close that in for our close grip and press them up together, down, up together, down. So that's another fairly simple one. If you're finding it difficult, lower your weight, but that should be all right for most of you. And then part 2 is our shoulder tabs. So I forgot to mention that when I first showed you guys, but if you guys have been with me before, you've done shoulder taps a million times. So, and that's another one you could always Google and it would come right up. So this is gonna be on a timer. So you do have a timers page now. If you haven't been with me or you haven't been with me in a while, I've tried to eliminate talking too much about the timers in the video. So now you have a timers page on the back of your workout schedule, and you have the timers video that I post in the group. So I also tried to write more out on the workout sheet. So I'm telling you exactly, you're choosing between 20 and 30 seconds of work, 25 seconds rest, rounds per body equals 4. So that's telling you how to input it into your timer. So, and of course, like I said, you're gonna pick your seconds. If you cannot do 4 and you can only do 3, that's fine. So shoulder taps looks like this. So this is our first high plank position. We do a lot of exercises in high plank position. So once I've gone over it a few times, I usually try not to talk about it too much because we use it all the time. So high plank position is just a high plank. So when I was just talking about the push-up, you don't want your butt piked up, you don't want your hips sucking down, you want everything neutral, your spine is neutral, your head, everything, your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists should be kind of stacked with each other, your hands are pointing forward. This is your high plank position, okay? This is what it looks like from the front. High plank position. So most of the things that we do in high plank, if it's too much for you, because a lot of times, like if you have shoulder injury or wrist injury, it can be just too much pressure on them, you can drop down to your knees. So most of them, you're either gonna be up in high plank or drop down to your knee, okay? So either one. With your shoulder taps, you're taking your hands and you're just gonna alternate tapping the opposite shoulder, okay? That is what your shoulder tap is while you're holding a high plank. So you're gonna widen your feet, kind of to match the width that your hands are apart. It's kind of how your feet should be. And then you're just gonna start to tap. If this is too much for you, you can drop down to your knees and do the same thing. So my only gripe with this one is you don't wanna rock while you're tapping. You don't want to open up your chest and rock your body. Everything should stay squeezed as tight as it can. You're gonna move a little bit because you're shifting your weight, but you should not be rocking, okay? So that is your Tuesday.